Hello guys, welcome to another video. Here let's look at the tips to decrease the fear of judgment. Whenever I sit in a social meeting or any setting in general, there is always one person or more. I am afraid so much from the judgment, and that makes me act like Nave. Nave is like lacking in wisdom, lacking in knowledge, just look like an inexperienced person. Like, let's just say lack of experience and wisdom, exactly, and prevent me from being convenient or you have a lot of spelling mistakes here, so it is very actually odd for me to read this, and actually I'm judging you right now. It affects me a lot in as different aspects in life. But you need to actually improve the message that you are trying to. If I can't even understand what you are writing, I'm not even telling about what you are saying. There's a lot of spelling mistakes here. Just look out for this. Different aspects in life, like not joining activities, projects, and angles. That makes me stick always in my comfort zone. Only people that are kind and my clique. What is clique? A small, close group of and clique who I feel safe for and not afraid of being judged. So just make yourself like be stuck in the comfort zone and made yourself a small group of friends, and you just feel that you are being safe and you are not being afraid of being judged in that group. So any tips how to handle this? And if you are like me, can you tell about it and how you act after? I've been in the fear of judgment. I feel many people will just judge me for how I speak, how I look. But an important thing that you need to realize in these scenarios is the fear of judgment is actually caused due to the having insecurity on a specific topic. If you're being insecure on a specific kind of thing, like it can be your voice, it can be your body language, it can be on your posture, it can be on your skin color or anything. If you're being insecure on something, that is the exact thing that you feel like you are being judged by the other person. You may feel like that you are insecure because you lack confidence, you lack experience, you lack wisdom. So that is an important thing that you need to realize, that most of the people that you look around, each and every person has their own insecurities in their life. So one thing that you need to realize is each and every person has their own insecurity and they don't give a fuck about yours. So if you have some insecurity, let me give an example in my story. I was so much at the end of my high school days. I was so much insecure about my hair because I was balding, and like in semi-bald, I already looked so bald, but I didn't care now. But back then, I was so much I was insecure about that. I kept on searching ways to overcome the problem. Whenever I see some people, not everyone, but only few people will just come to me and say things like, "Oh, you're balding. You need to go to VCare or something, some clinic. You need to go to an hair transplant surgery," and kept on telling me other bullshits like that. It made my insecurity much more. I felt so much insecure and it hurt a lot since I was just started to become 18. and I was 17 back that time. It hurted a lot, and the only the way that I overcome the situation is when I actually understood each and every person has their own insecurity. Each and everyone. Even if the guy who pursue one guy who you think is okay, is perfect, he has an insecurity that he doesn't have a beard, he doesn't will look, he doesn't have good hair, was not good at studies, so people will judge him. So each and every person in the world has their own insecurities. There was one time when even during my university, I was in the first at my first year of my university. One guy came to me and in my class said to me, "Oh, you are already balding, or you felt sad, or something like that." And I was genuinely not cared about it. I don't give a fuck about it, about my balding, cause I still look good and very short hair, and I don't have problem in going bald, cause I'm just gonna build muscle and I'm gonna look like Kratos in the future. So it doesn't make me any problem for him. But I looked at him and he was so much worried, and I asked him why you were worried too much about it. And after having some more conversations, I came to realize that he was more insecure than me. Even if he has a more puffy hair like that, he had more insecure about his looks. So the only key thing that you need to realize from this is each and everyone's gonna have their own insecurities. And even if some people come and ask you about in your insecurity, about your wisdom, knowledge, or about your looks, they are the same insecurity. They share the same insecurity. Not about their hair, maybe about their weight. Back in the high school days, when one guy kept on asking me about my hair and everything, he has a good hair, but he is so fucking fat and ugly. So he kept on asking me about that, cause he is also insecure about his looks. So that is the thing. If some people trying to come and give advice about, oh, you're being insecure, blah 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 blah, you don't have to feel insecure about your knowledge and wisdom, cause you see, I'm afraid so much from the judgment and make them feel act like. So in this situation, your fear of judgment and your insecurity in that situation for this guy is being in a social situation and social skills. You just have to develop it in a course of time. If you just practice some tips and tricks like in my YouTube channel, in my videos, you will constantly improve your social skills in a positive growth way. You can actually improve yours. So you don't have to worry about it too much. Is there anything that I need to say about this? I guess that is it. Know that each and everyone has their own insecurities, and even if the guy who talks about insecurity has already have the same kind of insecurity. Like if the guy came to you and asked you about why you look like you're balding and like that, he already has their own insecurity about all his looks. And if a guy came to you and asked about this, you're not studying properly, or you already feeling sad that you're not studying like that, he's also the same kind of insecurity in any other part of his life. You just need to remember. Because people wouldn't notice that normally. When we just go into the course of time, we don't look at people and think about, oh, he's fat because he's ugly like that. Normal people won't do it. But the people who are insecure about it, or people who are being so much conscious about that one thing, are the ones who are gonna think about like that. So you don't have to worry about it. just need to, if you can improve it, you can improve it without any problem. But if you don't have to give a fuck about anyone else. You just need to be yourself and kept on improving yourself too. Don't forget it. And if this video is helpful, you can just look at the comments or in the description. That will be a link in the description. You can just click on it and know about it. Bye.